A while ago I tried to find one bike that suited all of my riding needs. I didn't do too well. Since then my circumstances have changed. However, now for the first time in over 30 years I only own one bike. It's this, my acoustic touring bike. It looks a bit of a clunker, and it is. It weighs nearly 17 kilos. It has quite fat tyres, a trail of around 60mm and a longish wheelbase. It's stable, it rides nicely, but most importantly it works well with my stroke-damaged brain. To be clear, when I mention stability, it's me that has stability issues, not the bikes. But I do need a bike that will help me out. I did have two other bikes, but I sold both of them as they were becoming less and less suited to my needs. I sold this, my acoustic gravel bike, as it was more like a road bike with fat tyres. Its geometry made it difficult for me to descend at speed. That wasn't helped if I overdid it going up the hills. It was for that last reason, about a year or so ago, I bought an e-bike, this Obey again. The e-bike did help me going up the hills, but I was still struggling a bit in groups and particularly on the downhills. Anyway, both of these bikes have now gone and I have just this one touring bike left. One bike though is not enough. It never is. N+1 and all that. So I'm looking to augment this bike with a new one. This video is about what I should choose. I'm still trying to work out what to get, but I do know it will be an e-bike. Most of my riding will be on the road, but the capability to tackle light off-road and some ability to go lightweight touring are also required. I've got a head versus heart decision to make. I'm being pulled in different directions. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section, either about the two bikes that I'll discuss or alternatives you may suggest. The first bike is dictated by my heart, which says get something a bit more sporty than my clunker. I've been looking at this Mondraker Dusty. It's fitted with a Mahler X20 e-bike system and is relatively light at around 13 kilos. I have ridden one of these before, so I know what it's like. It's a bit more lively than my touring bike, but stable enough. I also like the rear hub-based motor system. However, my head says go for something that's a bit more like my current touring bike. So I've also been looking at this Canyon Pathlight on SL. This has the new Bosch SX mid-mounted motor, but it's considerably heavier at around 21 kilos. With the e-bike motor, weight doesn't really matter so much, but the geometry should be much more like this, my touring bike, and therefore more stable. One could say that these two different bikes are aimed at different styles of riding. I'd agree with that, but also state that is the point. Really, I'd like a bike that could fulfill all of my needs. Currently though, these two bikes fit the extremes of my expected riding styles. However, I don't know everything. What do you think of my head versus heart bike selections? Let me know in the comments. If you have an alternative suggestion, I'd love to hear those too. Also, if you could spare a second or two to give the video a thumbs up, that would help the channel out. Thank you. Finally, if you want to know what bike I choose, consider subscribing and click on the bell icon to get notifications. Anyway, from me, until the next videos, one of which may be a review of a new bike, it's goodbye.